who are doing less than 500 units per month. Somewhere we were in that club when we were in 2018. We were doing less than 500 odd units.
Over to Rajesh as the captain and the CEO of the ship today and going forward. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Sachin. As Sachin was connecting on that slide, which is RISE, no matter what we try and do, we always try and inculcate this element of RISE, and that is what is probably the guiding post behind the direction. And the direction is very simple by the company, by the board of this company, that go and nurture of operations in South Africa as your second home outside India. And that is what it's all about. I'll try and bring in some factor what we could achieve in our shortest time of last 18 years. If I kind of bring in some aspects, which are the key aspects. The journey which started in 2004 actually has seen a very significant, meaningful presence in this country in last 5 years. If we speak about our journey in from 2018 and up to very recently, and if I try and divide this industry of South Africa into various clubs or cluster, the first cluster, which is for all those OEMs who are doing less than 500 units per month, somewhere we were in that club when we were in 2018. We were doing less than 500 odd units. And then we took some very deep steps of, localizing to this country. And in that sense, we started our first urban plant, the SKD plant. And that actually created a different part of journey. So much so that, for almost 26 months, and that is what I used to keep on getting from our head office, in 26 months, 23 months, we were breaking our own records. Like we were like Sergei Bubka or the pole vaulter, who used to keep on his own records. We emerged as second fastest growing brand in 2018, then again as the fastest growing brand in 2019, and last 3 years also we remained in the top 3 fastest growing brand in this country. And finally, in 2021, we reached into cluster 3 significantly. We started doing very close to 1,000. And very, very, proudly I can say we are now in cluster 2. So in the last 4 months, the team on this side is able to do over 1,000 units. And that is where the real game starts. And that is where our real, possibility around the business starts happening. I'm not mentioned something after 2022. And some of you may check upon me that, why? And the answer is that we have a very clear vision of taking it much bigger and much beyond. For sure, we will be touching 2,000 in the shortest possible time. But from here onwards, the journey is going to be very, very interesting. And something is what we will be alluding today in today's, presentation. If I just try and relate some aspects, and this is where you can see a little more detailed aspect of it. In last 5 years, we could outsmart industry by almost 25%. While the CAGR of industry is almost minus 9.1, we succeeded in getting a growth of around 15%. And that happened because we could get a very significant growth in Bucky business, and we are now number 3 player in single cab. We are overall number 5 player in Bucky segment, and in Bucky in last 5 years, we are on the fastest growing Bucky brand. We were growing very, very appropriately in case of passenger vehicles, but you can see the green bars at the bottom. Last 2 years, because of the COVID and the severe shortage of semiconductor, and since our product line were not getting supported in terms of supply, we could not get the right momentum. But this is what is going to change from here on, because today we will be speaking something more about what is the direction we'll be taking on the SUV part of the business. Over and above, while we can always say about the journey started in 2018 in terms of the growth, that's not the fact. The period behind that or before that was the period when company was busy setting up a very strong backward capabilities. We have a very good stockyard facility. We have our urban plant. We have a very good spare parts center. We have got a very good training center. So anything and everything that goes in setting up a business in a rightful manner is all in place. Over and above, We are the only company which has got a very unique facility which is known as Special Fitment Center. And here we do a lot of localization to the taste of people in South Africa, and we are successful in actually rolling out 4 brand extensions which are originated in this country, and they're doing very good. And we'll probably speak on one of the brand extension today during our presentation. Beside this, we have rolled out our farm business. Many of you might be knowing that Mahindra is world number 1 in tractor business by volume as a company. The tractor business has started in November, so we'll be building some more path onto that. We already have a construction equipment business here. We have a power or generator business over here. So we're trying to get into the definition of a second home in a most appropriate manner. And today's juncture will be another direction towards it. If I stay on this slide, it has 2 meanings. The very first thing is that we consider ourselves as a true challenger brand, and that is what the RISE philosophy is all about. And that's what we were being busy doing all these years and days. And at the same time, with a very clear intention to say that Mahindra at home in South Africa. With that, we are coming to a very, very important element now. And I would like to invite Sachin back on the stage. And Sachin, if you try and relate with something which is very, very important, and I think you can relate with it. On 2004, somewhere during this period only, when we rolled out our business operation in this country, we did our press conference here at Zero Tech only. And Sachin was part of it. And this is what it makes so very important, because the direction that we are going to take from here on has got a very deeper meaning. Because this logo, this identity, visual identity, which was known as Road Ahead Visual Identity, has played a significant role all these years. From today onwards, the biggest thing which we are going to do, and the biggest reason why we are here, that we are unveiling our new visual identity in this country.
Yes, it is an M. Our mark to put you out here, here, and here, because you have never been here.
But we have got our chief design officer to explain what has gone behind this thinking.
Mahindra is raging forward into the future with the SUVs of tomorrow. And we wanted a new logo to embody this same spirit. Our mark to put you out there, places you've never been before, at least not on 4 wheels.
That, Sachin, I think since we have spoken about Twin Peak brand identity, we have spoken about the philosophy behind it. We've spoken about the direction that we are going to take ahead. And we have also spoken about something known as Explorer. Do you think that has got something today for all of us, or it has meaning to South Africa?
Yeah, so yes, Rajesh. When we were talking about unveiling this new visual identity for our sport utility vehicles, it was one thing to speak about it. But at the same time, I know there would be enough skeptics in terms of what would it mean in terms of actual vehicles. How does this translate or be seen in terms of these new range of Mahindra vehicles? So we thought it was important that even as we celebrate our 18th birthday in South Africa, it was important that an homecoming of sorts happens for the champion. So, first time that we are doing a simultaneous global unveil of our new SUV, and that's where we are today.
The twin peaks. The moment you see this, you know it's an authentic SUV. The kind that can make your jaw drop with its unmissable presence. This is our DNA. And the Scorpio brings this to life in a very special way by taking design, interiors, and tech to an exponential level to the power of N.
And that's how the Big Daddy was born.
The Scorpio N takes the muscle factor to a whole new level. The signature beefy wheel arches have been made even more muscular, taking inspiration from the sinewy shoulder of a swimmer. A metallic Scorpio tail element is seamlessly integrated into that belt line, swinging all the way to the top of the window, giving the Scorpio N more of a sting. The imposing nature of the design effortlessly translates into the front as well. Another unique element that will catch your eye is the sting-like DRLs encasing the front fog lamps.
The Scorpio character
Is omnipresent also at the back, where we've retained the tall, stacked tail lamp that commands the world to stop at your will. The Big Daddy is absolutely commanding on the outside. On the inside, it makes sure that you feel in command. Let's have a look. First thing you notice as you enter the Scorpio N is the rich coffee black leatherette upholstery that sets the mood. The contoured seats embrace you and offer awesome thigh support. One look at the center console and you are attracted to the robust metal finished dual rails that house the advanced infotainment system. Along with the design, even the tech is raised to the power of N in the Big Daddy. Check this out. Alexa, ask Mahindra to turn on the car. Now that's what you call being in command.
The all-new Scorpio N is designed for those looking for a new age, authentic SUV.
With unmissable design, thrilling performance, and high-end technology, the Scorpio N
is truly the Big Daddy of SUVs.
While we are speaking, while you have this vehicle in front of you, dot at the same time, this is unveiled in India and in Nepal. So you should be very, very happy about this situation. The first time which is being unveiled to anybody, and the love for South Africa hence gets established loud again, that the market of South Africa will be treated as a market where we will try and do more contemporary and global launches together. Before I get into invite my colleague Ben Pillay to detail out further, I just wanted to bring one more point here, that today you will also get a chance to drive this marvel. And I will tell you, post-driving, do come and share and tell me how did you experience it and what is the feel about this vehicle. To me, in my lifespan, I have never driven a vehicle like this. Amazing. So Ben, I think it's your time to give certain more details about the vehicle. And of course, during test drive, people will experience it much more sharply.
Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you, Rajesh. And wow, isn't that amazing? Absolutely unmistakable presence, robust, bold stance. So what I'll do is, I think everything is about experiencing, so you definitely will have a chance to experience it later today. and then you can draw your own conclusions from there. So what I'm going to do now is just basically give you a quick overview of the product and what are the key features and what goes into the design of the vehicle. So before I do that, let's just take a step back and understand where does Scorpio come from. Scorpio started in 2002 and it has a strong heritage globally. In South Africa, we started selling Scorpio in 2005, and to date have amassed around about just under 6,000 units. So what next? As you've heard, the Scorpio N. So now the only natural conclusion is to take it to the N power, to the exponential power, to the power of N. From a design perspective, it's unmistakably strong, bold presence. From the front, you can see that they've maintained the front grille, the 6-slotted grille in the front. Dual barrel headlights, LED. The Scorpio signature comes through in the DRLs, fog lamps, and as well as sequential turn signals, as you can see. Alloys, 18-inch alloy wheels, a roof rack, beg your pardon, a roof rails, on the side chrome inserts on the door handles, and your outside turn signals on your outside review mirror. On the tail, on the rear, you find sequential turn signals, and as well as they've maintained that tall upright posture. From an engine perspective, the global lineup sees a diesel powertrain and as well as a petrol powertrain. Your petrol powertrain pushes out 150 kilowatts, whereas your diesel pushes out 131 kilowatts at very low end torque. Transmission is available both in 6MT and in 6AT. Let's look at capability. One of the amazing things about the Scorpio is its capability. And what customers have come to love about the Scorpio is its ease of use on various terrains. So the new Scorpio takes that a bit further. And what it does is its capability for everyone. So from the novice to the basically extremist. So let's go into the details. One of the key things on an SUV is the body-on-frame design. So body-on-frame design, as opposed to a monocoque, is more suited for multiple terrains, simply because you probably would have to over-design a monocoque, a unibody, in order to cater for off-road conditions, whereas a body-on-frame basically has independent chassis that takes care of all the stresses caused by the off-road conditions. So this then allows you to go on various terrains, on the highways and as well as the gravel roads and on the extreme conditions, with your 2H, your 4H, and then your 4 low. Now, what they've done here in the design is they've incorporated a terrain response system. Now, your terrain response system, which we've included under your 4 Explore, is basically takes care of normal conditions, mud and ruts or rough conditions, grass, and as well as sand. And as you would know, on these various terrains require different throttle responses, different kind of braking responses to take care of this, to navigate through these different terrains. So at the turn of a dial, you can basically switch the conditions. Suspension, double wishbone in the front and a multi-link rear suspension, which basically also centralizes the diff. From a safety perspective, nothing's been compromised. So from a structural perspective, it includes 73% of your high tensile steels, your high tensile and your ultra high tensile steels, which basically has a lower mass but improved tensile strength. Completing the safety package, you have your full suite of ESP, your electronic stability program, including your hill hold as well as your downhill control, among other things. 6 airbags, and what's kind of neat with this vehicle, it has a driver drowsiness detection system. So basically it'll monitor the responses from the driver from his steering control, and then basically alert the driver that he needs to take a break or wake him from his nod off. Technology and comfort. So when you step into the cockpit, so basically you'll see that there's an 8-inch infotainment screen, immersive 3D sound technology by Sony with 12 speakers, 7-inch TFT or cluster that has a whole list of controls, for example your pitch and bounce, and as well as your TPMS and your various controls. So this is basically just a quick summary of all the features that you will see and experience on the new Scorpio. So we try to keep it simple so that you can experience it for yourself. Thank you, Ravi.
I will request Sachin to join, because I think this is one part of today's session, and it will be wise to have some question answers coming from you, and before we go to the next phase. Any questions? Colleagues. Sorry, the mic is there. Yeah.
How soon before they go on sale here, and do you have indicative pricing yet?
Okay, the answer for both the questions which I desperately need is yet to come. We will be hoping to get this vehicle most probably either in the last quarter or the first quarter of next calendar year, because a lot of steps which has to be completed. And of course, we all are struggling with some bit of supply issues and shortages issue. The direction is to get it at the earliest possible. Back in India also, though it is getting launched today, it will be available for sales little later during the year. We have got our first set of units. We'll be putting them into homologation and very extensive testing. And most probably, if everything goes well, and Sachin, if you support me in the right time, I think I'll be able to do it this year. But yeah, pricing will reveal at the time of launch. Sachin, anything you want to add?
Yeah. So, yes, the target is that within the next, let's say, 6 to 9 months to get these vehicles launched in the country. And hoping that the supply chain issues do not keep materializing, whether it is the China lockdowns or anything else for that matter.
Any question? Yep. Mic here, please. Thank you, David.
So you mentioned that it can link with Alexa. How extensive is the user interface in regards to those systems? What can you actually do with it?
Okay, so first of all, Alexa is something which is in the vehicle, but Alexa is not here in the clouds of South Africa, which means we don't have a server. We're still struggling to get the server here. I don't know, and I'm keeping my finger crossed at the time of launch whether we will have the back-end server of Alexa Auto available in this country. Not only us, there are other 2-3 OEMs who struggles on that. So it's a kind of a wait and watch. I'm keeping our finger crossed that we have that. We can offer it to the customer here. But when it comes to the features on Alexa, I think what I will do, I'll take a pause on this. We will have something more to discuss. And at that moment, we will be sharing a little more about the Alexa. But yeah, the integration with Alexa is quite deep. You can say that you can control your car using a mobile app to a far more greater extent, which otherwise you will end up, for that kind of experience, you will end up spending about 2 million rand. So you can say from the point of view of, integration with Alexa, features on this car will be quite heavy. But I'm really not sure whether Alexa facility will be available till the time Alexa Auto is available as a server from Amazon, which should happen sooner or later. I think Amazon has decided to come in this country.
Will the vehicle come in a 4x2 and a 4x4, or is it an all-wheel drive?
No, this is a proper 4x2 and 4x4 vehicle. The 4 Explorer as a feature that we have mentioned about, and I'm sure you will be having an opportunity to drive it today, is one of the most appropriate 4x4 vehicle that anybody would have offered in this kind of segment. So, question? Yep.
So given that the current pickup is based on the current Scorpio, how far down the line do you think a pickup version of this might be? Is it?
So, question, Sachin, when do you will bring the pickup version on this?
Too early to say. We would not like to speak about the new product development programs and this thing which is in the Unveil. But safe to say that our favorite Scorpio pickup is not going anywhere.
Yeah, but that's a good idea which you are putting across. I think this is a logical progression of these kind of SUVs, and that's how we have got our Scorpio pickup as well. I would suggest that should stay as one of the critical input coming from South Africa. I think such South Africans are waiting for having a pickup on this. So that's absolutely something which remains as an input. Question? Okay. You guys have any questions? So you can check on later on also, not a problem. Let's move ahead for the part 2 of this event. I'm promising part 2 will be the last part. Okay, so the reason it was divided into 2 parts that we wanted to have an undivided attention on 2 most significant part of our journey. The Twin Peak logo is definitely a very big part. It's not about Twin Peak, it's about the philosophy that brand is going to live, especially around authentic SUVs. And that authentic SUV will have a very deeper meaning when you will test drive it. So you will relate why Twin Peak and the philosophy behind that approach as a meaningful dialogue when you drive the vehicle. And it doesn't end over there. It goes beyond. And that beyond is what we would like to now talk about. Let me do something which you might be waiting for and might have got some resonance. So let me request the next big thing. Ben. So how is that? What next? Any guesses? Okay, so this is the what next. Let's have the what next on the stage, please. Here comes one of the most awaited vehicle in the history of India. This vehicle is having over 20 months of waiting in India. Over 20 months. I think around 150,000 booking that we have, and every month we are getting around 10,000 booking. So meet one of the most famous product in India, which has got over 15 Koti awards in 1 year itself, which has recently got Safer Car Choice Award from GNCAP, which is the safest car ever tested so far, and one of the brightest star in our portfolio. So Ben, would you like to explain this car a little bit more? And also Alexa integration.
Thank you, Rajesh. Wow, what an amazing vehicle. Come guys, I think we can do better than that, eh? I mean, it's not every day that you have 2 new vehicles and a new brand logo launch. So that's really amazing. So for me personally as well, Mahindra is definitely going places. I mean, wow. It's the most anticipated vehicle. And doesn't it look stunning? Absolutely amazing. The tech in this vehicle is absolutely amazing. So let me just take you through a few key items on the vehicle, and then obviously you will experience it for yourself. But before I do that, can I just do a quick check-in? Please, no social media until 4:30, only on the live stream from 3 o'clock, and you can follow accordingly. So, let's go. From an exterior perspective, it's simply striking. The design curves is absolutely amazing. It still maintains its cheetah-like stance. So, as well as there, you can see the arrowhead lamps, tail lamps. From a front perspective, this was the first vehicle that donned the new Twin Peaks logo. And we've seen, as you saw, the launch earlier. The grille still maintains the 6-slotted grille, and it has a very bold and dynamic stance. Headlamps, as you can see, clear view headlamps and DRLs that come down quite nicely and follows the design of your grille. As you can see, the double slots. From a side profile, it maintains that stance, that bold stance. Alloy wheels, diamond cut alloys. And then leading on to the tail lamps, which has arrowhead LEDs. And as well as the shark fin antenna. The unmissable presence from an overall design perspective, I can summarize as follows. Your clear view LED headlamps with DRLs, and as well as your sequential turn signals. And one of the other amazing features is your smart door handles, which is really amazing. Arrowhead tail LED lamps, and as well as your diamond cut alloys. From an engine and suspension perspective, the technology, so you have double wishbone and all-wheel drive system, and as well as your rear suspension, which slightly different is a multi-link rear suspension. Then looking at your powertrain. Your powertrain and your global lineup has two options, your diesel variant and as well as your petrol variant. Your petrol powertrain has 147 kilowatts and your diesel 2.2 has 136 kilowatts. Also very low-end torque. Let's look at the body. So one of the key parameters was tough yet sophisticated. Here as well on the 700, they've used high tensile stainless steels and as well as ultra high tensile stainless steels, reducing the overall weight of the vehicle but improving the overall. Your Z101 or Scorpio N, you have a body in weld ring structure to improve the strength of the overall unibody or monocoque. Capability, good approach and clearance angles as well as breakover angles. Interior. One of the amazing things that when you step into the vehicle is the unmistakable dual 10.25-inch screens that you will see in the cockpit. It's something that's quite unique. Panoramic sky roof. Wireless charging. Memory seats. Controls for your audio infotainment. And entertainment. Here we have partnered with Sony to bring you a 12-inch 3D audio immersive experience with 445 watts of amazing sound experience. Seating capacity, it comes in both 5 and 7 seaters. Transmission, 6MT and 6AT. Now, safety. What's really amazing is the overall safety package, your advanced driver assistance systems. So you have forward collision warning, lane departure warning, traffic sign recognition, auto emergency braking, lane keep assist, smart pilot assist, and as well as high beam assist. Unfortunately, some of these systems you will not be able to drive and test today, so I kindly request you not to, but it is there. As what Rajesh mentioned, so we recently, it does have a GNCAP 5-star rating. Also, like the Scorpio N, it also comes with a drowsiness detection where it'll monitor the driver's responses to steering control, and then if there's some lack of control or lapse of control, it will alert the driver to take a break or kind of jog the driver away. 7 airbags, driver, passenger, driver knee airbags, side curtain airbags, and as well as curtain airbags. The technology, as mentioned, is quite unique and amazing in this vehicle. So 360 surround camera system, or a bird's eye view system, blind spot monitoring, and as well as your cockpit control. As what Rajesh mentioned, so the vehicle does come with Adrenox, the AI system that basically takes care of the entire vehicle and the monitoring of the vehicle, and by speaking to the vehicle or connecting on the vehicle, you can connect to the vehicle functions. However, as mentioned, Amazon is not set up in South Africa, so at this stage, we do not have this set up for South Africa. So that gives you basically a snapshot of the vehicle, a summary of the vehicle. We hope that you can experience it, and please take notes and share your opinions with us. Thank you.
Of course, yes, you will be driving this vehicle too. You will be having this for drive. Do have an extensive experience, and of course, colleagues will be sending you a small questionnaire. Do respond to us. We definitely want to hear from you. We'll further engage with you when we come closer to the date of launch. We'll be targeting to get it launched at the earliest possible. Again, the issue of supplies and the way Sachin helps me fight from the global production to get some units for South Africa will succeed. I'm sure we'll be having these two very soon on the roads of South Africa. People will deserve this. Unleash the explorer in you is what we wanted to have coming through. But more than that, I think today's session is not yet over. There's something more to celebrate, something more to discuss. One thing which I have loved about this country in my short span of 4.5 years is the love for explorers. People like to go for adventure. People really want to explore, really wanted to know, be with nature in the best possible way. And one of the landmarks which is having a very emotional connect with the people in South Africa is Karoo. And when we were working on our pickups, which in a way are one of the most reliable and capable vehicle on the roads of South Africa, Buckies that I speak about, we realized that our Buckies has a very strong connect with Karoo. They are as rough in terms of their behavior on road if it comes to a tough road. They're tougher than the toughest on the road. They're reliable and capable, and that's why people have loved it. And that gives us a reason to create one very unique brand extension known as Karoo. And Karoo has caught the imagination. In fact, one of the local innovation, the local brand extension has taken us to a greater heights. And for the same reason, we have further gone ahead into that. And there are many lovers of the brand, or the one who are passionate about the brands, and two of them are in this room as well, who have contributed along with the team here to create something very unique which we want to showcase with you today. And whatever we are showing about Karoo is a poetry around Karoo. A dawn of Karoo, a storm of Karoo, and a dusk of Karoo, presenting to you a very unique, authentic Bucky range from Mahindra here. Please, reveal it.
I am the last breath of day. Exhale. I am freedom. Inhale. I am the cool kiss that brings comfort. Embrace. The feeling you long for. The one.
So this Twin Peak brand philosophy of offering authentic SUVs and authentic Bucky, which helps people unleash the explorer in themselves, is what we are going to stand for. These vehicles are there for you for test drive. We're very happy to participate at this junction, and I would like to hand over to Ben to take us through a small portion around Karoo, and then we can go for test drives.
Amazing. Thank you, Rajesh. Wow. I'm sure you didn't expect that today. No. Isn't that amazing, eh? Yeah. We keep you on the edge of your seat, eh? Wow. This is really amazing. I think for me personally, being involved in it, as well as I think for all of the team, as Rajesh mentioned. So it's not just one person, from our partner suppliers to the team, the sales team, the after sales team, the design team. So it is a total combined effort that we actually brought this vehicle to the customer. So we're really proud of it. We know it's going to resonate with the South African customers. So we're looking forward to it. And obviously you all will experience it as well today. So unleash the explorer in you. So the new Dusk, Dawn, and Storm. And as Rajesh mentioned, inspired by the poetry around the Karoo. So the Dawn, taking on the elements of the Dawn over the Karoo. And this was basically shot at the Karoo. So the commercial that you were seeing was actually shot at the Karoo not so long ago. Okay. So your key specs on the vehicle. So we've maintained. So if I can just go back. So just a history on the Karoo. So when we started off our pickup range, what we found that South African customers, resonated with our vehicle from a tough, reliable capability perspective. And then we kind of experimented with the option of a Karoo. So we added some accessory options and offered that as a limited edition package to the customers. Strangely enough, it then took on from there, and majority of our double cab sales are Karoo conversions. So we've improved our Karoo offering by putting in some tweaks and offering a standard Karoo 2.0, which features your nudge bar, your roll bar, alloy wheels, and your sticker kit. So then we introduced the Dusk, Dawn, and Storm. So what does a Dusk, Dawn, and Storm feature? It's more for your enthusiasts because it has your front steel bumper, rear steel bumper, right? Off-road tires. On your variances, on your Dusk has a roller shutter, whereas your Dawn and your Storm features a frame tonneau cover. Alloy wheels carried over from your Karoo 2.0, and your off-road suspension. As you can see, it's a raised and heavy-duty suspension. Infotainment, and as well as leather seats offering. Okay. So now to take that forward, what we are proposing, or what we plan to do, is to take these vehicles, as you see over there, on an expedition, which is planned to start next week. So we'll start from Centurion and head over to KZN, drive up Sunny Pass, through Lesotho, onto Bloemfontein, up to Richtersveld, and then up into Alexandra Bay, and then up into Namibia, to the dunes of Namibia, and then come back to South Africa. So this will start early in July, and then will take more or less a month to complete. So that brings me to the end of the presentation on the vehicles. So we've shown you Scorpio, the first time anyone has seen this vehicle in the country. We've shown you XUV 700. We've shown you our new brand, and we've shown you the Karoo Dusk, Dawn, and Storm. So from our side, we're happy for you to be a part of this, and we want you now to experience these vehicles, give us your honest feedback, and enjoy and experience the vehicles for yourself. So to take it forward, dynamic testing. So what we've arranged for you, We have arranged 3 tracks. So that's your dynamic track, your ride and handling, where you will have one XUV700, one Scorpio. And then on your high-speed track, you will also have your XUV700 and your Scorpio. And then on your gradients and sandpits, we will have the 3 crew vehicles for you to test. Cool. Is there any questions on the proceedings from here forward? No. Great. Yes, sorry, one question back there.
From what I heard, the 2 cars in front of me have got the same engine. What is the weight difference between the 2 cars? If it's the same engine.
So,
I have to refer that. We'll have to refer and we'll get back to you during this presentation itself.
Yeah.
I never knew that you will throw up such a big googly, and I was sorry about that. I'll give you this information. I have to check this. Take your point. But they are same configuration of engine, done differently for 2 different vehicles.
Correct. So essentially, it's just a mapping difference, and as Rajesh mentioned, a setup difference.
But GVW will let you know. Okay. So, Sachin, if you would like to join, and I would like to thank each one of you before you go for a test drive, because the real fun will start once you start test driving this vehicle, and you will have to give him the information around Alexa separately, one to one. Enjoy the drive, enjoy the vehicles that you will be driving today, and please do share your feedback. Thank you very much for coming, all of you all.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't wanna fall asleep, I don't wanna pass away. I've been thinking of our future, cause I'll never see those days. I don't know why this has happened, but I probably deserve it. I tried to do my best, but
I did 195 the other time, Kabul. Kabul, I just flying. Yeah. I said, I said, I guys like to go? Any more drivers? I did 195 the other time, Kabul. Kabul, I just flying. Yeah. military vehicles, some of them, yeah, just especially the one type of stuff. That's why this facility was for really hard from this. Remember, Kenya, apartheid,
Three, two, one, let's go. Okay, we're now moving over into gear, and now that we're ready, we are proceeding. Now I stopped, and we are preparing for off-road driving. So put it in neutral, foot on the brake, and then I do my transfer selection. So first we will go into four-wheel drive. We check the indications on the instrument cluster. There we are, selected. And now we go to our low range engagement. Lights will stop flashing. We know we have got the low range engaged. Vehicle tells me I am now good to go. The next thing that we are going to do for descending is to switch on the hill descent control, and that is where the vehicle will automatically slow itself down. It will do the speed control for you, so the driver do not need to brake nor to accelerate. As we now going strong descending, we are putting it in first gear. So there we go. First gear selected, and the gearbox is now in the slowest possible mode that we can have it. And now we are actually ready we proceed on the descent. Once you're ready, feet off all pedals, no clutch, no brake, and you can hear how the electronics, the ABS brakes, control the speed. By using your cruise control button, I can now actually increase the speed or decrease the speed at which the system is set, depending on different terrains. And that is how easy it is. So we don't wind up axles and wheels. As we're now preparing to ascend,
Sorry, nothing.
angizoyenza ngale enye meyisi.
I did 195 the other time, Kavolvo. Kavolvo, it was flying. Yeah. I saw that. I saw that. Oh, but I'm not.
So when you try to call, there was no
firm, and with the curves also, you don't feel.
I'll jump in the ball.
Sama le ball, no. No.
Oops. You are a rough driver, my guy.
Sorry.
It's not the same like the other one.
Yeah, it's not the same. Yeah. Because you see what? And that one, it just made it easy.
Yeah, because that one, I think, called 18-inch, ne? This is 17 or 17. Yes. Easy, take it easy. The caps.
I'm sweating.
Oh, my guy. Some drivers are not the same.
Oh, that jump.
Yes, I will handle that.
Oh, am I in your way if I do
No,
that?
no, no. Do your thing, my brother. So, make you guy on a koloi.
Oh, the price I was waiting. We're still waiting for the price.
No.
Since it's been launched now, so it's gonna start selling when
Possibly maybe
October.
Yeah.
now it's a new logo now for Mahindra.
I like the old logo.
You like the old one?
The old logo was starting to look nice. Especially on the 300, no? On the XUV.
For XUV
no,
300.
The 300, yes.
Yeah.
The one that launched in this year. Like, I like how that logo looks on it, the emblem.
Yeah.
The new one is nice. Very vague.
I like the new one, the logo.
The wings.
Easy on the cap.
What is the difference between the blue one and the red one and this black one?
This one.
This one is, I think, it's AX75. And the other one is AX7. The other one is just that white one.
No, the other blue one like this.
Oh, no,
that
no,
was the same.
And the white one?
The white
The
one.
white one is bigger than this one.
Oh, okay. The one that we were riding on.
Remove the cone.
Sorry, Tama. Let's take some pictures. Ska tsamaya ne? Yeah, thank you.
Can I feel the music?
That's for navigation and music. And sensors.
Infotainment.
You can literally watch movies because it says coming soon. Then it's audio. Then I suppose the other one is the sensors.
Probably can.
So you can split all of them at the same time.
What do you mean?
Like
as it is? Or it's one at a time?
Yeah, it's one at a time. You have to select the...
I don't want to jump happy, man.
What do it again? I was thinking I'm driving that one. So
the Scorpio N is actually very good. It's way better than I expected.
The van?
Way better than I expected, yeah.
The new one?
Yes.
I saw it climbing there, the other one, the 4x4s.
Okay, so we're going again. I just want to drive.
Angizoyenza ngale enye miyisi.
No, this is the publication.
So 1st of July, you're going to be in the office?
I mean, I've always been in the office.
No.
Not good.
Calm down.
I tell you to run and jump in it.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Got some good photos of the others already on the oval yard. These I've driven before.
Yeah, and that's I had to also.
Jump in. Okay, you've got to drive.
Maybe if you give me a second.
Now activate. So when you try to call, there was no
It's like it's firm, and with the curves also, you don't feel.
Oh, jump in the ball.
Sama le bona o tena. No.
Oops, oops, oops. Oops. You are a rough driver, my guy. Oh.
It's not the same like the other one.
Yeah, it's not the same. Yeah. Because you see what? And that one, it just made it easy.
Yeah, because that one, I think, got 18-inch, this is 17 or 17. Yes.
Oh, my guy. Some drivers are not the same.
Guild members, big part of guild members.
So it's gonna start selling when
Possibly maybe
October.
Yeah.
October. Now it's a new logo now for Mahindra.
I like the old logo.
You like the old one?
The old logo was starting to look nice.
Yeah.
Especially on the 300, no?
Mm.
On the XUV.
For XUV
no,
300.
the 300, yes.
Yeah.
The one that launched in this year. Like, I like how that logo looks on it, the emblem.
Yeah.
The new one is nice. Very vague.
I like the new one, the logo.
The wings.
Easy on the cap.
Yeah, see somewhere riding da. Huh? Da. It's a question. You are bring a metal. No, yeah, we say shell.
Not the same like the other one.
Yeah, it's not the same. Yeah. Because you see what, on that one, it just made it easy.
Yeah, because that one, I think, it's called 18-inch, ne? This is 17 or 17.
Yes.
Easy, take it easy. The caps.
I'm sweating.
Oh, my guy. Some drivers are not the same.
Put the heater on immediately. No, that jump.
So it's gonna start selling when?
Possibly maybe
October.
Yeah.
October. Now it's a new logo now for Mahindra.
I like the old logo.
You like the old one?
The old logo was starting to look nice.
Yeah.
Especially on the 300, no?
Mm.
On the XUV.
For XUV
no,
300.
The 300, yes.
Yeah.
The one that launched in this year. Like, I like how that logo looks on it, the emblem.
Yeah.
The new one is nice. Very vague.
I like the new one, the logo.
The wings. What is the difference between the blue one and the red one and this black one?
This one.
This one is, I think, CX7 5. The other one is 7 CX7. The other one is the that white one.
No, the other blue one like this.
Oh, no,
that was your. It's the same.
And the white one?
The white
The
one.
white one is bigger than this.
Oh, okay. The one that we were riding on.
Gonna move the cone.
Sorry, Sama. Let's take some pictures. Ska tsamaya ne?
Jumped out and watched the accident. That's how slow is accident. But we want to
Can I feel the music, man?
That's for navigation and music. And sensors.
Infotainment.
You can literally watch movies because it says coming soon. Then it's audio. Then I suppose the other one is the sensors.
Probably can.
So you can split all of them at the same time.
What do you mean?
Like as it is. Or it's one at a time.
Yeah, it's one at a time. You have to select it.
I don't want to jump happy man.
Bah, you know,
I went to it again. I was thinking I'm driving that
yeah,
one. So
but
it's
yeah, the Scorpio N is actually very good. It's way better than I expected.
The van.
Way better than I expected. Yeah.
The new one.
Yes,
I saw it climbing there, the other one, the 4x4s.
Okay, thanks, guys.
So, yeah. One of them. Daniel, sal jy som te weer ry?